autumn in Britain. The season when trees shed millions of seeds. For the squirrels, it's time to fill a winter's buried larder. Meanwhile, back at the assault course, a squirrel is attempting the first few stages. A little more time to work it out, perhaps. Winter brings snow, and for squirrels, it means harsh times. They don't hibernate, and so they need to come out and feed every day. There may be snow on the ground, but squirrels can still find their buried caches. Until recently, it was thought that they could only do that by using their excellent sense of smell. So we asked Susan Hayes to test whether her wild squirrel could use its memory. 12 egg cups were placed on her sitting room floor, and only one, this one, has nuts under it. After several days, the squirrel showed that it could remember. It went straight to the egg cup concealing the reward. So, a more difficult test. Was it just remembering the egg cup's position? Susan moves it. Even then, the squirrel still remembered that same egg cup. Now, another 10 cups are put out, making 22 in all. And this time, the nuts are placed under a different cup. But will it still remember the original egg cup? And it does. Now, as in the wild, the squirrel must begin to use its sense of smell to try and find the nuts. With no immediate success. In this case, the smell probably isn't strong enough. This seems to confirm a recent scientific finding that memory is a key element in finding buried food. That complex behavior evolved many thousands of miles away. It's here in the United States of America that grey squirrels have evolved the natural behavior that's helped them to become the ultimate bird table burglar. There are millions of square miles of ancient hardwood forests here, and the variety of tree species is enormous. But unlike Britain, there's competition from other squirrels for the food that those trees produce. Small wonder that grey squirrels, then, have had to learn to be opportunistic. This one is licking the sweet, sugary sap oozing from the surface of some tree bark. Here, as in Britain, squirrel highways extend from the ground to the top of the highest tree canopy. That may be able to help them escape most native predators, but not all. A young red-tailed hawk. Some grey squirrels are black. They're a melanistic variety that can make up 1/3 of the population in places, and both greys and blacks interbreed. North American bird feeders aren't only visited by grey squirrels. The native red or pine squirrel is also found. It's smaller than our own red squirrel and can be extremely territorial. The fox squirrel is slightly larger than the grey, with an extra bushy tail to go with its name. It seeks out food in the more open parks and gardens. Phil Davis from Maryland has another special guest who visits his bird feeder. He always puts out suet for woodpeckers that live close by. A red-bellied woodpecker. But his special visitor only arrives after dark. It's a southern flying squirrel. The suet is rich in fat, high in calories, essential for a small, active mammal.